Welcome to haslipcycleworks. In this episode, we're going to be adding an accessory to our flat weld table. The other day, I was working on TIG welding a few pieces off the table. And as you know, these clamps here that we made and there's a large variety of different types of clamps available in the aftermarket as well through Certiflat, and of course, as you can tell, you can make pretty much anything you want to lock something down to this table, and they work great as long as what you want to lock down is actually locked down to the table. Now you can also add fixtures that you can build off of, but usually those are at fixed angles. There are some adjustable ones like what we use on our rotary weld positioner. You can kind of clock that around. But then how do you attach whatever it is you want to that? Say it's a piece of tubing like an exhaust or something like that that's got some kind of crazy bends to it. How do you get that locked down to the table so it doesn't move and you can still hang off of it to run a bead? And that was the problem I was having. How do you hold that firmly attached to the table but not locked flat to the table because of its shape, but still give you the ability to kind of rotate it around to get it in whatever position you want, lock it in there? And what if it's round? What if it's oval? What if it's square, rectangle? Whatever the shape is, how do you do that? And I racked my brain trying to figure out how to make another crazy looking clamp to overcome that. Well, then it dawned on me. I already had something that could hold odd shapes like that and keep it held in position and was strong enough and affixed firmly enough to a table or whatever surface that I could actually put some weight onto it. It was a vise. Well, what's the best type of vise for this table? You guys have seen me use my bench vise over there to beat on stuff, to hold stuff, to grind on it, to cut things. It's great for that. It swivels in one plane, which is cool, but we need additional movements. Harbor Freight to the rescue. This is the Central Forge swivel vise. Now if you look, it looks like a tube that runs straight through the body of the vise. That gives us the ability to rotate. This is hard to do when you're not looking at it. Rotate these jaws in this direction. And there's also a swivel base, so we can rotate it like you do a normal vise. And you can also, you look here, you can flip the jaws over, so you can have the flat jaws for square, rectangle, and flat shaped things. Or it's even got V-blocks in it where you can grab onto something that's not perfectly flat, something that's round, oval, whatever the case may be, and use that side. So that gives us all of our holding power. It gives us our ability to swivel in multiple directions. But how do we attach this to the table? This is no small item by any means. We don't want to lose any valuable tabletop space. And I can guarantee you that the bolt hole pattern for this vise does not match up with the bolt holes or the through holes on one of these tables. Before I show you the solution to that problem, let's go ahead and unbox this vise. See, we're able to rotate in this direction, and we can also rotate in this direction. We can also flip it over, and there's the V blocks. There's some on top, and there's also some in the middle. It takes up a good amount of space. So how do we get this mounted firmly to the table where we can still use it but not use most of our weld table surface top? I'll tell you. You head on over to Instagram and you look for MinimalistFabWorks. This guy does some amazing stuff. He's got some CNC plasma stuff going on. He does general fab stuff. He's got all sorts of awesome things going on. Well, he offers a part that can help us out. You want to see what he sent us? Yeah, let's check it out. He sent us over a DIY you weld together vise mount for weld tables that are patterned just like the Surflat and pretty much every other industry standard weld table. And it's a kit. Recognize that bolt pattern? It matches up perfectly to the table. Pretty much any vise that you're going to come across or want to do this with is going to adapt to this top. You can even make your own stuff and run a bolt through it, but not on the back, and make some sort of arm or fixture. And this can be used as an extension to the table. So not only does it give us an extra fixturing plate that we can make pretty much whatever we want, but it gives us a way to attach our vise to this. Once it's all welded and completed, we can then bolt it anywhere on this table. If you want to get real crazy, because it has the perfect bolt pattern, we could attach it this way and have something stand off in this direction or towards us or away from us, or however we wanted to do it. I will link all of his information below. Worth checking out. If you're not interested in the vise mount, he's got plenty of other cool stuff that you can get through him. Some artwork, some tools, some weld table accessories, you name it, he's probably got it, and he can probably custom make you something as well. These are genuine speed squares to line everything up with some clamps, and I used my 1, 2, 3 blocks just to check, make sure everything was nice and square, just to double check. So everything looks good at this point. So what we're going to go ahead and do is tack our corners, and then we'll put the plate on top, make sure everything lines up, and we'll weld it fully together. That looks pretty damn good. I'm impressed with the fitment on that. Still a little hot, but as you can see, all I did was kind of run a couple short beads anywhere where the steel intersected using the TIG. Nothing on the outside, so it's nice and clean. So that's our mount welded together and bolted to the table using two 5/8 bolts and nuts. Now all we need to do is bolt our vise to our mount. That's about it. Wraps it up. Got our vise mounted to our plate from MinimalistFabWorks and got the mount bolted to the table. Very sturdy. It has all the axes of movement that we're looking for, and it's pretty heavy duty, so if need be, we can beat on stuff on this. Plenty heavy enough to hold anything that we would want to, and we'll be able to put it in whatever position we need, and we can always move it around the table anywhere we want. So I'm very happy with this. Again, if you're looking to do this, check out MinimalistFabWorks, or if you're just looking for some CNC plasma cut parts, some artwork, looking for rock sliders for your truck, any custom made parts, or any fabrication, go check them out. And like I said, I'll link everything down in the description below. But very clean part, went together easy, welded great, fitment was amazing. Couldn't ask for much more, and the price point was very good. So go check him out. Till next time, guys, get up, get out there and do it.